Yo, what's going on, guys? And the Utah Jazz are a fantastically fun basketball team to watch. They didn't have as hot of a season start as they did last year, but HoopsHype has Collin Sexton, Talen Horton-Tucker, and Kelly Olynyk, link in the description to the article, as guys who could potentially be traded. Not that they're going to be traded, but they could potentially be traded, as rival NBA execs believe the Utah Jazz will look to add a veteran point guard at some point to provide backcourt stability. Keyonte George is viewed as the potential future point guard, or point guard of the future, and he is recognized as more of a combo guard. If it did work out, he'd look more like Jamal Murray in that type of role. And Jordan Clarkson, of course, is a scorer. Talen Horton-Tucker is making $11 million this season. Kelly Olynyk's making 12.2. They're both expiring contract and viewed as potential trade candidates. Rival executives told HoopsHype Collin Sexton would have salary that would make him a trade candidate for matching potential salaries. Kelly Olynyk's ability to stretch the floor, be a passer as well, play the power forward or the center position, is something that's interesting contending teams, especially that he's an expiring. Right now, leading scorer, best player on this team's Lauri Markkanen. Second leading scorer is 18 points a night, Jordan Clarkson. A team that needs a scoring punch could look to get him. Now, I think a team that gets him has to be defensively one of the better teams in the league, in my opinion, as I don't think going out and getting, getting a guy who, like Jordan Clarkson, who isn't providing defense, is going to help. But the Minnesota Timberwolves, they don't have much salary to trade, but they do need bench help, okay? And for them, if you look at a guy like Jordan Clarkson, who Jordan Clarkson is currently making, specifically, I believe it is at 17 or 23.48, which is a bit bigger of a contract than people probably would want to pay. But if you look at it, 23.4, how do Minnesota, it's very unlikely that they would be able to match that, as Rudy Gobert, like the only way is Mike Conley, or if they package the combination of Kyle Anderson, Shake Milton, Nickeil Alexander-Walker, Troy, like they would have to mix up so many contracts. It's not worth it for a team like that. Now, Boston would be an ideal team. Again, it comes down to, do they even have the salary to do that? It becomes a bit harder, as a deal for that would have to be a combination of like Al Horford. You would have to just, they don't have the salaries right there to facilitate a trade like that. New York has Emmanuel Quickly, so there's no need for it. Orlando, OKC could be a team, but they have Cason Wallace. Houston, I feel pretty confident there. Los Angeles could have interest. I mean, Cleveland's really a good team, or the Grizzlies, who are a team that desperately needs some sort of, especially like Derrick Rose isn't providing it for them, and they don't necessarily have a guy who's coming off the bench and giving it for them. So an idea of Luke Kennard, who is a trade candidate for them, packaged with Brandon Clark, who's out for the season, maybe no picks involved. You could just do something straight up like that for Jordan Clarkson. Now, Talen Horton-Tucker, I think, becomes a little bit more difficult, because I don't know what the trade market is for him. I don't know how many people like him, and it becomes a bit more difficult than the other guys, because his skill set's a little bit less desirable. Kelly Olynyk, I could see the Heat going for. There's definitely loads of teams that would want him, especially teams that are currently struggling from, either, I would say definitely teams probably struggling rebounding wise. You could look at a team like the Oklahoma City Thunder would like him, the Kings would like him, I think the Rockets would like him, Mavs, Grizzlies, Heat, Clippers, T-Wolves, all those teams, Sixers, Bulls, could all use a guy like Kelly Olynyk. Now it's just a matter of, will a team be willing to pay for that?